Guys, Ice Poseidon has now issued a statement that he's innocent. That's right. He never scammed people, and I got it wrong. Yeah, that audio of him admitting everything, it's a deep fake, maybe. Maybe his haters created it. I don't know. Either way, in his new statement, he's not going to return the money, but it's not a scam. He's innocent. Now, I'm going to warn you guys, you have to have a very, very high IQ for this. So if you're not the leader of your Mensa club, you click off this video. You don't belong here, okay? Very high IQs, big brains only. I just want to say this up front. To be fair to Ice Poseidon, one possibility I did consider is that he might suffer from extreme memory loss and maybe just forgot about his confession a few days ago. That's the only explanation I have for what we're about to hear here. But here's the statement right here. My one and only response to the subject. And then underneath his one and only response, he responded again. The post has a lot of terminology and might be hard to grasp if you're a noob to crypto. But everything is verifiable, and I encourage people to go check for themselves. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It might be a little hard to understand. And if you still think it's a scam at the end of this twit longer, you probably don't understand crypto, okay? This is how it works. His liquidity pool pre-sale forked coin wallet allowed him to take your money. If you don't understand that, you're not educated. But he says, I did not steal or scam anyone, nor did I make money at the expense of others. Now, this is very interesting point. Ice Poseidon seems to be arguing for the existence of magical money that comes from nowhere. Because he admits in the twit longer, he did make $300,000, but it wasn't at the expense of anyone, apparently. Thin air, I think, is basically his argument. First of all, I did not advertise CX Coin to my casual fans who don't know anything about crypto. Guys, it's okay. He didn't advertise to the casual fans. He only did to the diehard fans. The diehard fans can get scammed, guys. It's not... Except, whoops, it took me like 2 seconds of looking into this, and I realized, oh yeah, he did scam his casual fans too. Now, we have to forgive Ice because remember, his whole memory loss thing is very tough for him to remember what he did like 3 days ago, and even harder for him to remember what he did in October. He tweeted about an NFT project to his whole audience on Twitter. He was pitching an NFT, and shortly after he pitched it, well, it rugged. The project took all the money and ran. Ice Poseidon tells his casual fans, looks like they deleted their socials and didn't hand out the mints. This is after people bought. That's really unfortunate, and I'm sorry to anyone who looked into these guys based on his recommendation. The crypto market is dangerous, and I feel pretty stupid now for promoting this. Now, look, I think the answer here is obvious. I think I could have forgiven this if he only scammed his diehard fans, but the fact that his casual fans were involved, unforgivable. And also, he forgot to say that this was an ad and that he got paid for this, which he told me behind the scenes when I asked about this. But he said he didn't say that because he figured it was obvious. The same way he figured it was obvious that this coin was going to be a scam, even though he said it was a long-term project. It's very complicated, guys. Very hard to understand. You know what I mean? Big IQs only. And the next part of the twit longer is the same. On the whole video, there was not one single mention of the main product, which has been fully functional for months. EasyTip4.me. I had even used this on some of the streams. All of this was built from scratch. Once again, guys, all I can do is apologize for my carelessness here and tell you that I did try to use this train wreck before I made my video. I was planning on becoming a full-time Twitch streamer with this revolutionary new crypto website that allows you to send money from one person to the other over the internet. Yeah, breaking news. But unfortunately, the website wasn't working at the time. Yeah, when you try to click register on EasyTip4Me, it says contact us on our official Telegram, which Ice Poseidon admits was dead. So the dead website requires you to contact a dead Telegram to get it to work, this fully functional thing. And even in the videos that I found where it was functional, it wasn't functioning properly. People were tipping like pennies and making it seem like they tipped millions of dollars. And even Ice Poseidon seemed to realize like how bad his platform was at the time.
CX Coin, yes, Gary, that was you.
What?
Nah, see now, there's a glitch. The 2000 is probably a glitch too then. He's probably, is it?
Bro, that it says 50 million. Come on.
So I don't know if Ice thought it would be better if I talked more about this dumpster fire platform, which doesn't work, but there you go. That's what's going on there. Now we're about to hit the crypto jargon section of this twit longer. And I just want to prepare you because I read this thing many times, guys. You guys know I'm a crypto head. So I was trying to understand what he was saying. And you know what I realized? You can translate all of the jargon, all of everything he says into basically one sentence over and over repeated, which is, I'm keeping the money. Like, take this, for example. It was completely unnecessary to have $400,000 in the LP, $264 in the LP, $150K in the buyback function, and the money was at risk at getting devalued due to the crypto markets dropping. So you could try to understand that. Why? It's unnecessary for his fans to have $400,000. Why they don't need it. Or you could just replace it with, I'm keeping the money. It just reads so much better that way. Look, the whole thing actually reads better. I'm keeping the money, I'm keeping the money, I'm keeping the money, I'm keeping the money. See, it doesn't the idea gets across so much better. Now, another amazing part about this too is the idea that he says right there, which is that he has to take out the money because the crypto markets are dropping. But when I asked Ice Poseidon where he was going to put the money that he took out of the crypto markets, he told me he's going to put it in the crypto markets.
Invest into crypto, Ethereum, mainly.
See, it's so obvious, guys, if you just have a big brain. You have to have a high IQ. Remember, he had to take the money out of the crypto markets because that's a terrible investment. And the real place to put the money is in the crypto markets because that's where the big money's at. Now, the last thing he says is that I hope these points clarify some of the misunderstandings and justify my actions. At all times, I will be keeping the money. I'm sorry. I will guarantee every CX coin holder is able to sell their tokens if they wish to. Anyway, the crazy thing to me is this whole twit longer thing could have been avoided. This whole situation could have been avoided just by giving the money back to investors. Like, that's what's crazy to me. You didn't have to do, Russian gold medal mental gymnastics to get out of this thing. You could have just given the money back. Instead, it's like, well, the LP and the markets were crashing and, I was getting out of it. No, you were just scamming people. Which is, I guess, if that's what you want to do, what you're into. But I think he's, at this point, taken away the last admirable quality about himself with this latest twitlonger, which is that the first time he talked to me, at least he was honest. At least he was an honest scammer. You could say that about Ice Poseidon. And now he's just a regular scammer.
All the promises you made, all the kids you said you'd save, but